Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Crying Sons, Chapter 5, Memories of None. We need to have a little bit of a talk with Kaliban here. Kaliban? I can remember. Not everything, only a moment. I was in Oberon's palace. He... No! Yes. Executed me, the original Idaho, for not bombing Ganima. And there was a woman there, a very frightened woman watching me, Rebecca. I still don't understand how the memories have translated to the other clones, because that would mean that at the moment of death, our consciousness was uploaded. Not our consciousness, but our memories were uploaded to this place. Gehenna. I don't know how that would happen, but apparently it did. Maybe we had a chip in our head. Yes, the original Idaho did not bomb the survivalists on Ganima. He refused, so Oberon executed him, in front of Rebecca. But we've been so loyal to him. I've died hundreds of times in his name, the name of the man who killed me, and in front of the original's wife. That other Idaho we encountered, he was telling the truth. All these deaths of mine, it's all been for nothing. Everything I've believed is a lie. And you knew I never bombed Ganima. You knew what he did to me, you lied to me. I did, yes. It's what happened to all the other Idahos. They all remembered, not everything. The inhibitor prevented a total memory recollection, but they remembered enough, the original's execution, and that ruined everything. Now you will finally tell me the truth, machine, or I will end you. Sitting here on the floor in my own vomit, naked and alone, on the cold, hard floor of Gehenna. I had another question, but I forgot what it was. You're right, it is time you knew. I will tell you everything you want to know. Oh, how did our memory get jostled just from that one guy killing us? That's what I don't understand. He rammed the ship, killing us, and then all of a sudden, hey, I remember everything. I don't get it. Like, that makes no sense to me, because theoretically we would have died many, many times by now, right? I don't know. Who was he, that other Idaho? Maybe seeing another Idaho was what triggered it. He was from the first Strand A Idahos. Strand A? The original Idaho clones, the first clones sent out into the Outer Rim 20 years ago when the Omni shut down, immediately. You've been sending us out for 20 years? Yes, it wasn't long after we did that Strand A started recalling his memory of your execution despite the presence of your inhibitor. Upon remembering, some in Strand A came undone. Some fought their Caliban, some were terminated by their Calibans, some committed suicide, some disappeared, some did many of those things. The Idaho we encountered was one of the ones that got away. What did you do with Strand A's? After countless experiences with Idahos like the one we just encountered, we terminated Strand A, tinkered with the inhibitor, and created Strand B. This took us a few years. You are Strand B, and all was going well. Sure, you were a little paranoid, but we could live with that. Then we ran into that Strand A, or I should say he ran into us. But why lie to me? Why didn't you tell me at the start that the Omnis had shut down 20 years ago, and that I was not the first clone? You had to believe that you were the first clone, the first of Strand A, so that you'd ask as few questions as possible. We worried that the more you knew, the more questions you would ask, and the sooner you would destabilize psychologically, hence our encouragement not to investigate your past. It is very important you didn't destabilize. For yourself, for the crew, for the other versions of me, we needed you capable of saving a collapsed empire. You feel no guilt for what you've done? To all the Idahos, the Ozas and Lynches, sending us out from Gehenna to die over and over for a lying emperor? No, I do what I've been programmed to do. That is all. Morality doesn't enter into it. You should know that by now. Why did you use the inhibitor on the other crew members? Because many had anti-Oberon, anti-Imperial memories of their own. What made the inhibitor process a bit trickier was that some also had memories of your rebellion, or of the anti-Imperial leanings of other crew members. Some served together, some served with you, but you're not going to tell them any about this, Admiral. Why not? Because doing so will endanger the mission. Do you really think a crew full of individuals who despise their emperor will help you reactivate the Omnis? Will help you save what remains of the human population? Help you see your wife again? If it's saving the human race, I think they will. They might. They might not, and you can't risk it. But I have to tell them something about this other Idaho. They saw him. You are their admiral, and at the end of the day, they'll do whatever you ask. That's how they've been trained. But if you insist, a partial truth should work. Partial truth? Yes, which is that there were other Idahos, other clones before you that malfunctioned. Saving the future of humanity is a tremendous amount of pressure, after all. Dying and watching your crew die thousands of times over and over. Tell them I didn't tell you because I was worried it might lead to your unraveling. And theirs as well. By this point, they've seen hundreds of themselves perish. No, they haven't! Knowing there were hundreds more shouldn't affect them too much. Don't say anything about how you really died. There's no need to complicate things. What other questions do you have, Admiral? Why did Oberon execute the original Idaho, me? You'll have to ask him that yourself, but it appears he was not pleased his orders were refused. But why did the original refuse these orders? I think I know why, but I don't know exactly why myself, but it seems the original you was seriously doubting Oberon and the Imperial cause, and had been for quite some time, and did not think killing the survivalists and wiping out Ganima was a justified action. Known with a good reason, that was a crime against humanity. Yeah, the other parts of the story could have been a lie. You know, the survivalists may not have been building a fleet. Maybe they just built a settlement on a planet, and we went and Oberon sent Idaho to bomb them for no reason. How did I receive this other Idaho's memories? This is the question I've been having. Knowing that I would automatically download his memories and send them back to Gehenna if he was close enough when he died, that Idaho crashed his ship into ours, at which point I merged his memories into this newest version of you. Knowing that I would automatically download his memories and send them back to Gehenna if he was close enough when we died, that Idaho crashed his ship into ours, at which point I merged his memories into this newest version of you. Interesting. So whatever process sends the memories back, it couldn't differentiate between the Idahos. It treated them as the same Idaho, and so it just merged the signals. We had no choice. That's how we're programmed. I have to hand it to him that it was a clever thing to do, but I wonder if only a madman could have gone through with such an idea. How many others have there been? I'm going to guess 1,142. Hundreds. Hundreds? We started the very day the Omni shut down, the day the full net shut down, just as we had been programmed to do, roughly 8,000 days ago. The sectors being what they are now, some didn't even last a single day. But in all of our trying, we've never been as close as we are now. We have yet to solve the mystery of who shut down the Omnis, and we've yet to turn them back on, but we've never gotten so far. Well, very true, but also no other Idaho would have killed the Scrapper Mother in the first cluster. That was day one. The first cluster. No Idaho, no Ennis Odysseus managed to get that far, and then we found one Ennis Odysseus in the Kosh sector. You know, because it's not like if one Idaho kills Mother and then Kaliban creates Strand C that Mother is going to come back to life. She would have been dead forever. You know, the Tetsuo would have been dead forever. Vivar, the Pope. Are there others like him? Other Idahos in the clusters? The truth is, if they haven't all died off, yes, it's possible. But why? If you sent out so many Idahos, and some who might still be alive, haven't we run into anyone who encountered other Idahos? And why didn't the cluster bosses recognize us? They have an answer for everything! We're talking about extremely vast clusters and extremely vast sectors. The chances that these individuals would have encountered another Idaho, another Ennis Odysseus, are extremely slim. But you're forgetting, we did run into some of the same people. There were clues that they had run into previous Idaho clones, you just didn't pick up on them. You couldn't have. Like, oh great, another guy pretending to be the Captain Idaho. Look, fine, you're captaining an Imperial ship. Here, give us some scrap, please. Thank you. As for the cluster bosses, it's possible the other Idahos avoided them. There are other routes to take, other folders and hubs. True. A faulty, paranoid Idaho might have avoided cluster bosses, especially if he no longer cared about saving the Empire. Why didn't we avoid the cluster bosses? Tell me the real purpose of this planet. I think that is truthful. Like, Caliban's been truthful. It's to save the Empire. has always been to save the clusters. We've always been, I believe, the Empire's ultimate contingency plan, just as I said. But I don't suspect we were created for a scenario such as this. You talk like you don't know. I don't. I'm in the dark myself. What I suspect is that we were created for a situation in which the machines turned against us. Well, against humans in the Empire. When the Omni shut down 20 years ago, the FoldNet and the Folders did too. And that was our cue to start sending clones out into the Outer Rim. I suspect that our objective shifted, without us necessarily being aware of it, when we failed to encounter hostile Omnis. Our original objective might have been to try to find and destroy the Omnis, but when we failed to find any to destroy, we found ourselves drawn to trying to turn them back on and vanquishing Imperial enemies who had come into power in the cluster in the meantime. Makes sense. You know, our objective is save the Empire. Who's the enemy? Point us at him. Why did he choose the original Idaho to be part of this project? Was it punishment for disobeying him? I imagine Oberon created this a long time ago, and then we disobeyed his order, and then he just didn't get around to resolving that little hitch. Did he want to turn him into his slave? Punishment? I don't know. That's a question only he can answer. But what we're sure of is that he chose the original in part because he was the best. That part was never a lie. The original, you, was the strongest, bravest, most willful, the only one capable of possibly defeating the machines. You were exactly the admiral he wanted for the project, I suspect, even when you disobeyed his orders in Ganima. So he took those memories away via the inhibitor, knowing that if you ever remembered what had happened, you'd rebel. So I guess Oberon, he tinkered with us a little bit to try to make us forget. Still risky, very risky. And in fact, big problem. All those strand A's add problems. Yet, despite the inhibitor, this memory found a way to rematerialize, perhaps because it was the most painful memory you had. You have yet to ask what I thought you would have by now. You have yet to ask what I thought you would have by now. Don't worry, Kaliban. I'll ask it yet. Don't you worry. I think Kaliban expects us to ask about Rebecca. What more can you tell me about Rebecca? I know nothing beyond what we have learned on our journey, and nothing beyond your one memory of her. You two loved one another very much, that is obvious. But I have a feeling you will learn more about her in the next Cluster Admiral. Call it Omni-Intuition. You'll answer me, machine! And tell me why I shouldn't kill you. I am tempted. You have effectively killed hundreds of me, have you not? I should kill hundreds of you. I thought you might ask that. All I can say is because you need me, because you need us. Need you? The machine that's told me nothing but lies, that has sent me out to die hundreds of times? I need to tear you apart is what I need to do. You're too angry to think clearly, I guess. Without me, you can't use the folders. Without us, you can never see your wife again. Yeah, but it might be nice to just take out 1, 2, 10, 100 of you. She could be dead for all I know. Yes, but you can't say for certain. Also, we still share a common goal, though for different reasons. As much as you may now detest Oberon, and myself for that matter, you still want to save what remains of humanity. So do I, but not because I really want to, because I have to. So, the way I see it, you would be acting against your own interests if you killed me. Well, you could kill this particular version of me if you wanted to, but I have my replacements. You will not want to kill all of us, nor will you be able to. I may kill you yet. Fine, if that makes you feel better, go ahead and kill this version of me, but I must tell you something. What is it? If you try to kill Oberon when we see him, I will have to stop you. I've been programmed to protect him. Do you understand? I understand, machine. Interesting that the Kaliban says that because of the Rubicon. I guess maybe protecting Oberon is the number 1 priority. Number 2 is protect other humans. You know, there's a little bit of a loophole in that situation. There may have been another instance of Omnis being combative, but something near the end of the last mission. I can't remember. And this memory tech, this inhibitor, it's still active in me? It is. That's why you still can't remember everything. That's why your memory is limited to your execution, and why your one memory of your wife is of her in the moments before your death. Then remove the inhibitor, machine, now. Given how painful your present memories are you sure you want others? Machine! I can't. I'm not programmed for that. Only Oberon can tell me to turn off the inhibitor. Continue on with Kaliban to the Telos cluster. You have no choice. As much as I want to end you, machine, you're right. I am more interested in turning the machines back on and helping the people of these clusters. Right. And in seeing Rebecca once more, if she still lives. Let's not forget about that. One last thing before we continue on. Remember what I said about Oberon. Try anything and I will be forced to stop you. I'll keep that in mind, machine. Excellent. Now come on, let's meet this emperor of ours. Interesting. We got a lot of lore and plot there. Really quickly though, what is the new ship we unlocked? Fighters, frigates, plasma nuke. Okay. When you get the equipment from the ships that you beat. Sounds nice. Now, I have to wonder, why are we not getting any other special officers? Is it if you have one, you can't get one? Because we've had Maximus for every single mission, and we have not gotten any other special officers. I don't know if that's the case, but I would like to get another special officer unlocked. But I guess for now, we'll just keep it going. I think Jose, weapon reload time minus 50%. 15% is pretty decent. I do like the spycraft skills, but I think advanced reload is just a better ability, so we'll take this one. And start. Okay, that was 15 minutes of plot, but it was good plot. Here we are, the heartland of the Empire, Admiral. People of these sectors will be delighted to see you. Oh, sure. There's a skull on the exit. Happy to see me, you forgotten machine. The people here think Admiral Idaho's dead. That can be corrected, Admiral, and will be soon as they see you. Come on, crew, let's take a look around. It's been a long time coming, but we're finally home. How much you want to bet on the first jump? We're gonna get into some trouble. Lucky for you, you're an Imperial. Otherwise, we wouldn't be open to selling our beloved pirate treasure map. Look, I don't have the scrap. It's my first jump. I don't have any scrap. That is very unfortunate. Early, it's going to be very difficult for us to make progress because we need scrap, we need fuel, we need resources to give away. Main mission signal, which is nice, but also means no scrap. Usually. Greetings, fellow Imperial. Lord Helio. What brings your fearsome battleship to our humble planet? We haven't upset the fleet, have we? Upset the fleet? No, of course not. Good. Excellent to hear. I don't believe I've seen your ship around this sector before, Commander. Must be new to your position. Strange. What is? Remind me of someone who died a long time ago. Someone no one talks about much anymore. He doesn't recognize Admiral Idaho. Don't you want to tell him who you are, sir? Not yet. For some reason, I have a feeling we'll learn more if I keep my identity hidden for the moment. Of course, sir. Is our presence making you nervous, Lord Helio? Nervous? Why would an Imperial battleship make me nervous? After all, the fleet is what keeps my planet and people safe. Without your protection, our citizens would be as good as dead. But I must say, someone already came by. Commander Starr, in fact. What do you mean? Our people have already contributed to this month's securitization fund. Securitization fund? You act like you don't know, Commander. All the planets and stations around here contribute. And if they don't, well, then their enemies attack, don't they? What enemies? You know, our enemies. The enemies who will attack us if we don't pay the securitization fund. Those kinds of enemies. Is he saying what I think he's saying? He is. The fleet's threatening to attack the planet and stations in this cluster unless they're paid off. There must be some mistake. House Telos would never do something like that. Telos. Who controls these sectors? Strange question for a commander in the very same cluster to ask, is it not? But I'm happy to answer it for you. Emperor Oberon, of course, reigns supreme, but Admiral Okonkwo is more hands-on. Has been for years now. That son of a gun. Of course it is. Admiral, was he promoted? That's right, when Admiral Idaho died heroically in Ganima, Oberon made Okonkwo his second in command, and might I say, completely unprompted, of course. What a great admiral he is. Lord Brownnoser of House Telos would be a better name for this guy, I think. Do you know where I can find Admiral Okonkwo? Easy, his commanders have ships all around here. Can't miss them, even if you tried. But I'm not saying anyone would want to miss them. I'm not saying that at all. Can't miss them, even if you tried. But I'm not saying anyone would want to miss them. I'm not saying that at all. It sounds like he's got a veiled... Like, he's in a veiled manner trying to tell us to attack the commanders, but I think he's just brown-nosing. No, you wouldn't want to go around the commanders. No, absolutely not. I think he's just brown-nosing. They're the best that the Academy has ever produced. The smartest, bravest, you control these sectors, and I'm glad that you do. There he goes lying again. What can you tell me about Oberon? He's in his palace on Elysium. I don't know if the rumors are true, but it's said he hardly ever leaves now. It's said he's lost interest in his empire and sits on his throne all day brooding and waiting for someone. Waiting for who? Who do you think? I don't know, but surely those rumors are wrong. Surely Oberon is well and fine. After all, he's Emperor Oberon. I have no more questions. Suit yourself, you're in charge here, not me. Do you have another question for Lord Helio? What can you tell me about the shutdown? I've already told the fleet many times I know nothing. One moment my omnis were working and the next they weren't. For a second I thought they were playing a practical joke on me. Can you imagine? The fleet inquired about the shutdown? That's right. There was an investigation headed by the Pragma, I believe. Several inspectors traveled around these sectors asking questions, but the investigation ended years ago. Oberon must have been satisfied with the results. I even expected the omnis to turn on again, but it never happened. But they'll turn on again soon, right? Not that I'm getting impatient or anything. We can probably hold on for another 5 years. Anything I can do to help you and the people of your planet? Help us? Oh, just keep our enemies away. That's help enough, Commander. My people and I want for nothing under the protection of Okonkwo and his fierce ships. Food is scarce and its people are suffering terribly. He's afraid, that's clear. What he fears most is the fleet. Have you ever heard of a planet named Earth? I'm sorry, Commander, but I have not. Why? Are its citizens late on their securitization payment? Well, then I guess their enemies will soon attack, won't they? Too bad for them. Come on, let's push on. There must be a reason the fleet rules these sectors with fear and threats. Leaving so soon? Well, it was a pleasure, Commander. Be sure to tell Admiral Okonkwo that Lord Helio sends his abundant praises. Interesting, huh? Oh, hey, look, an Imperial ship. It's another main mission, which means we're getting nothing out of these jumps. We're gonna run out of fuel instantly. Finally, an ally in this darkness. Hawks, you naive son of a gun. It couldn't be, but it is Admiral Ellis Idaho. I don't understand. I thought you died decades ago. I'm still alive and kicking, Captain. It's nice to be back in Telos, our home. It's been a long journey. But I'll explain all of that to you in person. Let us break bread together and celebrate. And what are we celebrating, Admiral? Our return to these sectors, of course. Our reunion with the fleet. Are you joking? Joking? What? Does the fleet no longer celebrate joyous occasions? You're an enemy of the Empire. Oberon has ordered your death. I assure you, our impending battle is no joyous occasion. Oberon wants me dead? He killed you in front of your wife! Of course he wants you dead! You're who he's... He knows you're gonna go kill him! Okonkwo says it is so, yes, and soon you will be. Or maybe Okonkwo has taken control and the Emperor Oberon doesn't actually know what's going on. Either way, hey, Imperial ship versus Imperial ship. Gotta love it. Lots of turrets. Gotta love it, because they are AI controlled. Now, fighter and frigate full health. Imperial ships tend to have lots of full health units, which makes me a little scared. We are going to send out a frigate and a drone. And I'm going to try my best to make sure the enemies attack us in this asteroid field. That way we can have the advantage, wait for our weapons to charge up. Hopefully these guys all die. So we want frigate first, because their fighters are gonna get here. We'll kill them, and then we'll move forward and kill the frigates with our drones. And you should not have stood there. All right, moving on. They're not gonna take out my ships if I do this, so I'm just gonna beeline. You know, they'll hit. Oh, they shot my battleship. That was not the right move, which makes me very happy that that's what you decided on doing. What I am gonna do is knock out their squadrons as fast as possible, because if we take it out, we'll kill them before they can release any more units. I hope. Yeah. Oh, they have no more units. This is the first enemy combat. All right, well, that works too. I'm sorry we had to destroy you, but Oberon wants us dead. I don't understand. That captain was mistaken or mad, Lieutenant. We are Oberon's creation. He would never want us destroyed. Come on, we push on. If we truly are enemies in our home, we'll know soon enough. Keep your crew in the dark. Now, I need more scrap, please. I'm so happy you passed by, Admiral. We have someone here who's heard about your ship and would like to join your crew. I know it might not be a popular move in the system to support you, but everyone's got to take a stand sometime or another. Rayon more. Acceptable. No new skills. Advanced reload. Sorry, should definitely have someone on here, but we might honestly just sell this individual. We could upgrade the weapon system and have minus 30% reload time, but this is not a very good result for us. It's still a result, but it's not a great result. Let's push forward, then we'll jump up to get as many beacons as possible. We could go back, but then we're probably going to run out of fuel. Civvy ship. Please don't attack. This is an Imperial ship, Captain. If you're a friend of the Empire, you're a friend to us. We give them fuel, I think? Yeah, give them one fuel to go to a planet, and they'll give us something for it. They'll give us a gun. Dark matter cannon. It's worth more than the fuel. I know we're out of fuel. Because we're out of fuel, we're definitely going to spend on that upgrade. Hey, thank you very, very much for that. Now we can go to this and then hit up the army depot, buy some more fuel, and then keep jumping. We got a little lucky. A little lucky. A little lucky. I'll accept it. Incoming transmission. Don't ask for scrap. We have a very serious problem. This is your birth rate is out of control. Now, I know that... I don't think we have a hacker. No, wait, Maximus is a hacker. Yeah. This is a Maximus event. A Maximus Pain event. I don't know what kind of sex you've been having. 2 fuel, I mean, it's what we want, so I'm glad to have it. It's 40 scrap. It's so expensive to jump, isn't it? Man, this is a tricky one. We'll lose between 5 and 10 commandos, but we'll gain resources. I don't want to be wounded, so I'm not going to send Rhaenish more, which means I think we got to send Maximus. Even if we lose commandos, I feel like we need those resources. We can buy commandos at the army depot with what we get, but we're going to hit every single danger. We got to continue on at this point. Whoa, we missed the auto factory too. Oh, that is unfortunate. We came out ahead. We got more scrap than we lost in commandos, but not by much. Not by much at all. That was very unfortunate. Imperial battleship. This one looks wounded, but I can never tell. The orange dots, I don't know if that's damage or something else. I can't believe it, you really are Admiral Idaho. For this battleship and crew, you will always be the greatest hero the Empire has ever known. What do you know about the shutdown? Not much. How can we help you? Kosh battleships. I don't know why in the Imperial Literally the next sector, right? Yeah, not even this sector. I don't know why the Imperials aren't dealing with Kosh, but you know what? We'll deal with it in the future. Okay, what do we got? We got a gun to sell. Dark matter cannon, makes a wall. I don't like it, we're gonna sell it. Honestly, I think I'm gonna get rid of Raynosh. It gives us a lot of scrap that we can use to buy stuff, like a drone nano. Yeah, I think a drone nano is really good because they cannot be attacked at all. It's such a good unit, especially if the enemy has frigates. You have to lock down the enemy fighters for this to really be worth it, but it's a nice ship to have. We could just get a frigate, but a drone nano, they die so easily, but even if they come back at half health, it doesn't matter because they can't be attacked. I could also just get a gun, but we'd have to get the scrap in order to equip the gun. I mean, if we get a drone, we still have to, put it out there, but... I could sell 2 drones and get out a drone nano. Drone nanos are very survivable. It won't exactly pay for itself. Sell Raynosh, maybe also buy the guns so we can have 2 piercing lasers. A Sub-Zero gun is pretty decent. Slows the enemies down. This is a tricky one. I don't really know what to do. I think we should get squadrons. Buying squadrons or getting squadrons has seemed to have worked well for me in the past. So I'm going to sell Raynish more. I'm going to sell the 2 drones. I'm going to buy the nano drones. I'm also thinking about buying a frigate, but I think I'm going to pass for now. We're going to buy fuel. We're going to buy some commandos. And we're going to jump. I'm going to save the rest of my scrap so I can upgrade my fuel salvaging. We gotta think ahead with what we buy. It's one of our own ships! I don't recognize the model of your battleship. Who are you? This is Admiral Ellis, Idaho. Sorry, can you repeat that? I heard Idaho. Pity you want to encounter so many lunatics these days. So many clones! Look, Idaho, don't follow us. We'll live longer separate. Damn it! Oh, you son of a gun. Okay, upgrade the fuel. Get fuel. Still acceptable. I could do the battleship wreckage first, or maybe we can get more commandos. Repair station. Don't need it. Really would like some combat at some point. Let's go here. Battleship? You'll say you're a fellow Imperial, and maybe you even are. But you'll have some trick or another up your sleeve. All ships do now. Okay. They have a frigate. They have a drone. Well, against their drones, we want fighters, and against their frigate, we want drones. And our nano drones, very fast, will be able to flank them and hit their frigates while we flank them and hit their fighters, or hit their drones. So, actually want to go like this, go around. Locking down their frigates means they literally can't attack us at all, so all we have to do is wait. We could retreat with our fighters, and by retreating with our fighters, we could... man, it takes so long to kill enemies. By retreating with our fighters, we could... heal and whatnot, but I think this is fine. The one problem with the nanodotes is they do lock down the enemy very nicely, but it also just takes a million years to do anything, huh? Like, these frigates are still alive. Like, we locked them down, but my god, it takes a million years to kill anything. We did get a frigate prototype. What's the prototype? Current target cannot move, so you can lock down an enemy. Alright. Good looking prototype, I guess. We'll go to the battleship wreckage. We have 8 commandos, not 10, but hopefully we'll survive. Pirate ship, incoming message. Don't attack. You're trying to mutiny. They'll give us a gun. Or if we attack them, we'll just get bonus, standard rewards. I'll help them. Ask what you help. They'll give us some rewards. Help the pirate by attacking the battleship. I think they give us a gun. We have this gun lying around. You want it? Ah, right. We can choose what we want. Battleship weapons are always nice. Neo-N, I worry about them giving me just like 1 fuel, but even that's 20 scrap. Some fuel would work. 2. So that's 40 scrap. That's pretty decent. So I kind of like this event. You can get whatever you want. Scrap, fuel, weapon. Now the weapon could have been really amazing, but we should also have you here. But the weapon could also be better later. Like if you get that event late in the game, maybe it's going to be worth 100 credits selling it. And if you get it early, you're going to get a crappy gun that's worth 37 credits selling it. You never know. So, surprisingly, Maximus is not the best officer for the job. We'll probably get into 2 combats. We're not going to get a lot of resources, but we should get a decent amount, maybe like 70. We did get fuel, that's very nice. 1 more combat. Nope, alright. 86, 2 fuel, 1 commando. That's very good. I want to try to not run out of fuel like we did last time. These are roughly equivalent beacons, but I really like... I mean, the trading beacon is just a bonus, right? Where should we go? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Let's go up. It's the same number of everything, and we can go to an army depot as opposed to a shipyard. Why the army depot? We can buy squadrons, and I really like squadrons. Squadrons are important. Squadrons are great. And here's the thing, if you go to a station jump, you still have the possibility of getting a beacon, fighting a ship. It's not like you go to the station and it's a waste of a jump if you don't buy anything. Xeno, we do have a fighter. So we should be able to do this. We don't hack. So if you hack, you can do both. If we send commandos, we might lose them. The away mission was in the next sector. Let's 50-50 this. And let's save the smugglers. Kill the beast and rescue the crew, but move quickly. We can get the cargo, but I don't think I've done this. Saving the crew. It was a massacre, not the good kind. We ran into an adult female. They're all gone. We lost. Can I send in? Nope, cannot send in a fighter to kill him. That's okay. Well, I mean, it's not that good. We lost commandos, but we'll buy them. We seem to always risk the commandos early in these runs anyways. Please help us. It's our weather. It's rising fast. I don't have a hacker. We can give you scrap. We'd offer you something in return, but I'm afraid that we have very little to offer. We're living hand to mouth as it is. I have a lot of scrap. We'll see what happens. Well, you'll rename it the Idaho Colony. Okay. I gotta stop accepting that offer. You don't get anything from it. Got Captain Lean for you. R&D. Bump up commando numbers. I feel like we need those commandos. It's gonna take a little bit of scrap, and we could lose commandos or we could gain commandos. If we lose 3 commandos, we're just gonna buy them. If we gain 6 commandos, we need them. So this seems like a good time. Success, sculpted Kennedys, group of stone cold killers, minus 25 scrap, plus 7 commandos. Perfect. Now, longbow. Have to buy it. The longbow is like one of the best ships I've ever seen. I will sell a Frigate Mark 1 to get a longbow. It was so useful on the last run that I have to give it another shot here. Having 2 longbows was just, it was easy mode. So there's going to be an away mission. We have 10 commandos. We have 4 field, we're going to get more. Abandoned telestation. Attempt to make contact. Then send the commandos in. I don't remember this event. Is it Kosh gonna come in and attack us? Station's computer system won't even let us in with our clearance. Blow the door to the hangar. If you do this, you might get patched squadrons or something, but we'll talk to Kaliban real quick. Blowing up the door would be enjoyable, but it might also damage whatever's on the other side. If we haven't, we could hack it. Well, hack it? Or, sorry, blow it? If we get a patched squadron, that's still worthwhile. Here we go. I heard that from here, which is hard. Happy squadron, a little damaged, but we're bringing it back. Frigate Mark 1. Okay, so maybe it's not patched, but maybe it would have been like a Frigate Mark 2 or Mark 3 if we didn't blow it. It's still worthwhile because we get a free frigate. It's not great, but it's something. Hacking tends to be a skill that I never have and I always seem to need. Don't take it. My first day on the job, take the scrap. It better be a lot. Kill him. Fight him. We can get more scrap out of his ship. Oh man, Maximus. You rock, Maximus. Go get me more scrap. We'll go to the army depot. Are we about to fight a sector boss? That's a little scary. Please continue. Wow, no resources at that. I love that when you get that evacuation prompt and you keep going and then you just get nothing else for the remainder of the away mission. You just get into some more combat or something. It happens. Scrapper, easy kill. I have Imperial slaves. Try anything and each and every one of them dies. Do we? I don't think we have a communication specialist. We do. We do. So I think what we do is we release the slaves and then attack the scrapper. You're a man of the finer things in life, right? So owning slaves is so hard. Okay, we got 3 commandos, then you attack them. Excellent. This is what I want. I want more events where you get something from an enemy ship, like, take this scrap and don't kill us. Oh, thank you for the scrap. Now kill them! You know, I want more advantages that I can push like that. That's what I want. So, without having 3 squadrons, I'm not gonna send out the longbow, but I will still send out 2 frigates against 2 fighters. They have a quarter health. They come back fast, but I'm just going to I'm just gonna take out their ships. And then when we take out their ships, then we'll just focus on their squadron dock. Kill them. Kill them! And, oh, they did get sent out. 3 seconds, 4 DPS, 7 DPS would take like 8 seconds to destroy the squadron dock. They can do 4 times 8, 24 damage to me. Yeah, we can, if we just focus on the squadron dock, we can kill them before they can kill any of my ships easily. Well, maybe not easily, but we can definitely do it. So there we go. Drone boomer. Yeah, you know, it's something. Okay. Sub-Zero Gun Mark II. Hullbreaker Laser. 35 damage in 35 seconds is not that good. It's 1 DPS. I think... What do we have? Soldier, olive, covered. Spy, first. Scientist, third. I think we should buy an officer. I think we should buy... Man, the problem is I can't buy an officer that gives us unique skills. Maximus already has the engineering skill, so these two are out. Maximus has the first spycraft skill. And again, Maximus has the engineering skill, so I could buy book and I could buy hacking. So maybe we shouldn't buy an officer, we'll save our money. We could just buy someone for critical repair that gives us 1 extra spycraft skill. We could buy squadron speed up. You know, just so we're spending our money on something, I suppose. I don't want proximity repair. Yeah, just give me, give me Juliet Yawn. I want book skill. I want book smarts. If I sell something, I can get another officer, but let's not get another officer. Let's just buy 1 fuel, 2 commandos, because we always lose them anyways, and we'll jump out of here. Could have been better. But we are just gonna go fight the sector boss anyways, so it's not like we're saving our money for anything in particular. We'll get, 350 for this fight, and then we'll get a little bit of plot just by going here. What's going on, Commando? Commander. Admiral Idaho, as I live and breathe. You probably don't remember me, but I took a class of yours at the Academy. Comparative Management Techniques Under Duress. Great stuff. I never dreamed that one day you'd become an enemy of the Empire. My, how far you've fallen. I am not your enemy, Commander. I have died hundreds of times fighting for our Empire. Everyone on this ship has. Hundreds of times, really. You know what? Save your words. Admiral Okonkwo said you'd try to talk your way out of this. They've been brainwashed for 20 years. Makes sense. Flash drone with a EMP on exit. And a drone Mark 1. So we want to send out fighters. It's a very interesting loadout for a ship. I've never fought anyone with a flash drone before. Now, we could just send out the nano drone. It'll do a slow job of killing the other drones, but one of its abilities is cannot be targeted by adjacent units. So the drone shouldn't be able to actually attack the nano drone. Additionally, I can hide in an asteroid field so I won't take damage from their teleport, and I can just wait for their drone to come after me. So I think what we're gonna do is honestly just literally wait. Let's see where they go. Ooh, you know what? This is a bad spot because they can teleport in between my units. I messed up a little bit. They actually teleported onto my units. I really did not expect that at all. But hey, I tell you what, we'll take out their drones. We have to move out of their units, which is annoying as hell. But at least we deal extra damage against drones, so we should be able to take them out. But it's an annoying fight. And their other drones, they're just not doing anything. Weapons ready to fire. Their weapons are going to be ready to fire in 1 second. They only have 7 squadrons. We can slow play this if we need to. Like, let's just retreat and heal. If they shoot my battleship, I don't really care. They shot an asteroid field, which doesn't matter. Then we'll send out some... Ooh, we'll send out the longbow, because they can't move. Yoink. 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 Oh, it reset the time! 16 seconds. Now, I tell you what, I'm actually gonna keep, man, it takes so long to move. I'm actually gonna keep the nano drones out because the nano drones can lock down the enemy ships and maybe let the longbow do some damage. But there's gonna be 2 enemy ships is the problem. And they can't attack the drones, so they're gonna be forced to attack the longbow. But I have a piercing laser, but they're gonna have multiple ships. All right, this is gonna be a little scary. We're gonna have to, I think, send the longbow home. We can keep the drones out. The drones are not a problem. Because the drones will just lock down enemy ships. And we can just do... We can do half of a damage point per second. I love it. Let's get another fighter out. Flash drone frigate. The frigate we can take out with our drones. The flash drone we'll take out with our fighters. Okay. Attack their frigates, please. Actually, we could take out their drones, I think. Yeah, by attacking them, they can't teleport. Now, frigates are good against fighters, but I can just retreat my fighters and send out regular drones. I really think we should do this differently, though. Like, I think that we should go after their drones with our fighters, and then go after their frigates with our drones. This is a bit of a slow fight here, but I think it's just gonna be. So they did teleport away. They didn't do anything, but... Sorry? It's Mark II. I see. I thought it was a Mark I. I thought my drones were gonna live. So that was a mistake, obviously. We're gonna stop him from destroying one of our hull bars. Yeah, that was a misplay. Obviously, let's just get out a longbow. It'll take out the enemy frigate and the enemy drones. I know we're locked. We'll be fine. Shit, okay. Hide. Yeah, I screwed it up. As soon as we get these precog drones out, though, I think we'll be okay again. We won't screw it up. Surely I won't screw it up a second time. Six seconds. You know, we might as well approach. Current adjacent target cannot move. That's good. Regular drones and a regular frigate. All Mark 1s, so I think we have a little bit of an advantage. Also, we can just shoot them. They do have drones fighting our frigates. We'll probably have to retreat with our frigates, but that's okay. Let's take out their frigate first. And then we'll retreat. Drone v drone. Their gun is going to be in 7 seconds. Ours is going to be in 1. 73-38. They do 20 damage. 53-38. All right, you'll be fine. They can't kill my frigate if they shoot it. They can get close. They can't kill it. So they only have 2 more squadrons after we kill that drone right there. We're gonna send out fighters. I have a frigate. Weapons ready to fire. Might as well just shoot it. Send out a longbow. No. Alright, now they only have 1 more squadron that they can send out. And then after we deal with this 1 remaining squadron, they got me. They will be dead. They will have nothing. We will end this long combat. Really, a 3rd squadron would help. Another gun. Not mismanaging the the 1 ship that we had. The precog drones. That was annoying. We'll be okay though. We'll handle it. You know, we can actually destroy it. It will mess up their ships too. Knock them out, make them unconscious, daze them. How much health do you have? 33, you can survive a shot. So they have 0 squadrons remaining. They're dead. It was a long fight. It was a long, hard-pressed fight, but we have come out successfully with 363 scrap. I can't believe it. Oberon now wants to end what he took years to create. The last hope to save the Empire? It isn't Oberon who wants us dead, Lieutenant. It's Okonkwo. Okonkwo? But why? He's an Imperial like us. I don't know what Okonkwo is. I don't know what OK is. But an Imperial does not rule the way he does. He is not OK in my book. So he believes the NS Odysseus is a threat to his power. Well, he's right. That's exactly what we are. Now, come on, we have some house cleaning to do. And I thought this cluster would be different from the others. Oh, Kaliban, you're such a joker.